Hey guys, Average Joe Arms here, and I promised you guys when I got this in I would do a video on it, just on this optic mounting system. This is the Ruger RXM, and as you can see, this magazine is empty, the gun is empty, we're being safe environment. I'm putting a lot of rounds on this gun now. We're up over 3,000 rounds, having a blast with it. I really am so shocked how much I actually like this gun. Maybe it's because I miss my Glock 19, but the grip, the feel of the grip is a little better to me. That's just me personally. One malfunction out of all these rounds, and I still say it was the mag. I have a video on it if you're interested. But this is the second optic I've tried on this gun. The first was the O-Sight, which was way too big for this. So a buddy of mine gave me this, which is the Zuli Oak C. And I don't hate the optic, I hate the reticle. It's just, I don't know if we'll see, you can see it's the cross and all that. And on a smaller optic, this is kind of supposed to be like the RMR. It's thin, it's kind of shaped like it. I like the look out here, but it's just it doesn't come across on camera really either as it does in your eye. Even Miss Average Joe Arms just hated it. That reticle, when you're looking at it in real life up close, is huge. It's not that little dot. It takes almost the whole window. So I really didn't like it, and that's just the reticle. I really prefer a smaller reticle, and this one's 3 MOA. I will say I've been using the Zuli Oak Plus, and I've been using that on my PCC. Which is the X-Star EP9, and I absolutely love it. And so does Miss Average Joe Arms. Let me see if I can get a thing without hitting my camera. I can't. It's a green dot, and it's been absolutely flawless. This thing's big. It's like the size of a Hollow Sun 507 comp size, and I really like it. So it's not the, the Zuli I don't like. It's really just that reticle. But now I'm really excited to put this on. And this is the Vortex Defender ST in a 3 MOA, and it is a red dot. I do like green, but I have no problem with red either. And I have opened this once already, just to take a look at it. So this isn't in it, which is the book, but we're going to open it up anyway. And I really like this packaging. You got a little code here, brings you to their website if you want it or need it. But I was pleasantly surprised with what came with it. I really don't like how much stuff the Hollow Sun comes. It doesn't come with much, but this comes with a really nice, and this is heavy to change the stuff, and it's got other things on it. But what I like is kind of like why I like my Sileys is it comes with a bunch of optics. But what's really cool about these, it even comes with a Glock MOS adapter plate. I don't need this, but that's pretty cool. What I like about these more than anything else, I love when they say the size. But this also says what it goes with. Glock MOS, Ruger 5.7, Springfield Hellcat, Canic, SIG, CZ, what do we got here? FN. This one's Smith & Wesson, and I think this is the one we're going to need because the Ruger RXM is 632. So I think that's the one we're going to need. And then you got for HK, Kimber. That's pretty cool that they're marked. And that they have all that on it. I appreciate that. That's just a little extra touch. It doesn't really take much to figure out what other companies are using, especially when you're doing the most popular brands, so I really like that. I also took off, this is going to be unscrewed, it comes in a nice little case, and it does come with a Picatinny rail adapter, which I already unscrewed and left the screws in, so I'm going to just pop that off for you guys. So I do like that. That's nice. And this is a nice one too. I really like that. And this is it. The only thing I didn't see was a battery in there, but I see it's got that little tab in here, so it must be under there. Pull this and loosen this, whatever. So that's pretty cool. And I think now that I'm looking at this, that's what this screw is for. This little end. It's got a little end on the end of this. And this is all metal. So I guess I'm gonna say that's what that's for. Pretty cool. And that little tabby thing is spinning with it. So I thought it would just kind of pull out. Well, I can't get my big fat fingers in there anyway, so let's just take this thing all the way off. I don't think you'll have to use this thing all the way. I think we should be able to just use the pressure in there and turn it. Well, I am wrong again. I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong, especially when you're wrong a lot. You just get used to admitting you're wrong. You know what I'm saying, guys? So, yeah. There we go. So we're just going to pull up that little tabby. And stick her back in. Now, from the angle of this, it does look like you can't just stick a flathead in there, or Phillips or flathead, and get that started. So I guess that's what this is for. And you can only turn it a quarter at a time, which kind of sucks. Just remember, don't strip these. These are really thin aluminum threads. And I'm kind of more talking to myself than you guys, because I can be very heavy-handed. So, let's turn this dot on. There we go. There's a little dot. Perfect. That's what I like. I like a big window with a little dot in the middle. It does have it up on one side and down on the other. I really like the look of it. I like this little knurling. I guess that's for racking. I don't rack from my optic very much. More than I think, because I know Miss Average Arms has noticed that, because she'll be like, oh, I saw you doing that. I don't even realize I'm doing it. So let's take this off, and I'm not going to do that on camera, but I'm going to show you what it looks like underneath and how we are going to switch it to the DPP, which this is, Delta Point Pro. Let's do that right now. Alright guys, so we got it off, and I'll show you. Since it had the RMR, we had these little pins in here, and these little pins are right here. They're very small. You get 4 of them, and it comes in a little pack. It tells you torque wrench, locator pins, and to know where to put them. Now, of course, it's not going to be hard to figure out. There's 2 more slots here, and if you look at the bottom of the Defender, there's 2 slots there. So pretty easy to assume. We are still going to need the ones in the front. Oh, no, actually, I don't think we will. Nope. They will get moved in to right there. So we're going to move those pins to there, and that's very easy. A lot easier than the Echelon, I think. So we are not modifying this in any way. This is factory form. So we just move those pins in here, and we were just going to drop these into these holes. And, like I said, very, very easy, unless you got big fat fingers like Joe, and it makes it a little more difficult. But what I also like is this is a really nice sturdy system. I mean, with those 4 lugs there, that's really going to hold this optic pretty dang good. Yep, and it just fits in perfect. I got a little overhang right here, but this is flush, so I like that. Let me put some Loctite on here, and we're going to screw this down. Alright guys, so I know that only seemed like seconds for you, but I did have a couple issues. I'm going to let you know. Oh, of course, nothing wrong with any of the equipment. But what I will say is make sure that you keep your instruction manual for your guns, which is good. When you got your little parts kit like this that I showed you before that came with the pins and stuff, make sure you keep all that and know where it is. That wasn't an issue, but I figured I'd just bring that up too. I thought I was just going to use the screws out, and you can't. Delta Point Pro screws on here are different size. They're not 632, they're M4 but 40. So I ended up using the ones in here for the Glock MOS, Ruger 5.7, and Springfield Hellcat XDM ones. They did have another pack of M4s, but these were 11 millimeters long. And if you're working with a Glock, you have to be very conscious of the fact that your extractor runs the length of this. And if you happen to put a optic screw down too far, you will interfere with that. So one thing I always do is make sure it's shorter, but I'll always stick a round or 2 in here and manually extract it to make sure that it extracts. Because I have had that issue before along with other people. But anyway, there it is, the Defender ST. and a 3 MOA. I'm very happy with this. I love the way it looks, and I can't wait to shoot it. Unfortunately, as you can tell how dirty the gun is, we just got home from the range when I found this. It is Monday, and found it. It was delivered. So, gonna have to wait at least till next Saturday to shoot it. Get it sighted in, blah blah blah. I will use my laser bore sighter so to get it pretty close, which usually gets it 2 clicks up, down, left, right, wherever, but you're only talking that much off target. So if you wanted to use it for self-defense, wouldn't be the worst idea, but you know, you probably shouldn't until you at least get some rounds through it and get that optic tested. But like I said, I'm really liking this. I'm loving the gun. This is nice. No experience with any. I've never had a Vortex before, so this is my first. And I can't wait to get it out to the range and start playing with it. Alright guys, if you got any questions on that mounting system or anything about the gun, the optic, or anything you want, I'm here. I appreciate you guys. Leave your comments down there, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Appreciate each and every one of you. Stay safe, take care of each other. I wish you arms.